So, hello everybody. Yes, and I'm glad to see a lot of nice people here, a lot of friends, and I'm sure that a lot of people they will join us later and or by recording. So today we start our next congress, and this is 29, 8 or 29, even don't remember what's the number. But it's not important because you know that we have this congress online every year now. Unfortunately, before it was people was coming to St. Petersburg. It was wonderful time together, and we were always happy to see our friends. But now it is impossible. You understand why? And now we have to do it online. Maybe after some time, situation will change, and again we'll be able to meet together. But let's move forward. So let me open my. Okay, so let's move forward. Okay, here we are. Okay, so first, of course, I want to tell you a little bit about our development in the last year. You know that this was not easy period for us because we had a lot of delays, we have a lot of problems, and the main problem was that our friends and producers in China, they experienced a lot of problems in China. First, their bank account was totally closed. They had to find another bank. Then their bank account was closed again. Now they can't receive money. They can't sell money. So that's why, and because of this, production line was was delayed. But still, we produced this year 3,000 Bible 3. And it was much better because previous years we had only 1,000. So you see, it is really big progress. And number of users grown up to 15%. Again, is big increase for us. We have developed new programs, totally new. It is lifestyle, doshas, Ayurvedic program, vertebras, teeth, and psychodynamics. And Dmitry Orlov, he will tell you in details what about those problems. And of course, then other practitioners and people who've been developing these programs, who've been developing algorithms, they will take part in this. We introduced a new trade-in program. So all people who had Bible 1 or Bible 2 even, they can exchange it to Bible 3. And we offer good conditions for this because we need to enhance the user's experience with Bible. And Bible 3 had a lot of advantage compared with Bible 2. And later I will mention it. And we offer this to everybody. And now we have a lot of Bible 3 devices in our stock, so you are very welcome. New little device, Bible thermohygrometer was developed. And it is very important to use it with Sputnik, mostly with Sputnik, with Bible as well, but with Sputnik it's mostly. And 48 new scientific papers have been added to our archive, iomap.club. So you see 48 papers in 1 year, it's quite a lot. Later on, I will give you now some review of some papers, but not all of them, because it will be too much. But you can have a look at this. And one more interesting topic. Now we have developed a so-named API manual. So it means that every customer, every company that want to use Bible as a part of their own system, now they can introduce results of Bible measurements into their system. We did it for Young Living companies sometime before, and they were able, based on our Bible measurements, to offer people different substances, different essential oils. Same we did for some French companies. They offer their own supplements. And that's why any company that want to offer people their own supplements, oils, they can use this API. And of course, if needed, we can help to develop algorithm, how to do this. Now, Nima Farshid, he is doing this. He is developing his own algorithms and his own program, and everybody now can use it. And of course, we had a lot of seminars, workshops worldwide. Now, I'm very happy that I don't need to go every month to different countries. I'm very happy with this. It was the goal to develop our system to the level where you can do everything, where in every country, people can present biowell on different levels, initial level, then advanced level. And of course, if needed, we can always help. We can always be in Zoom with myself and Mitya and other people, but it's better if you do it yourself. This is the goal. And we know that Lisbeth, and she's doing this very well on a regular basis. Yes. Yes. Then, of course, Nima, and then Neto. So a lot of people who do this on a regular basis, and that's very important. Okay, so now you see this biocore, and I'm very happy and to tell you that finally it will be done. But we are very unhappy that still we don't have it. And you understand why? Because of these problems with banks in China, with payments, because our producers, they can't really pay for all spare parts for production. That's why we have this delay. But finally, we'll do it same this year. Same as we'll do this device. You know, it's biowell element. Now it is tested. We redesigned it, totally redesigned. And it's very stable, very reliable. It's not dependent on the power of computer anymore, because now we decided to make external power for this device. And we have excellent results. Of course, we make tests all the time in our laboratory. And you see it has big screen, so we can put the leaves, gemstones, water, minerals, oils, whatever you need. I developed a couple of new principles how we can test water and oils, and it will be with this device, new installation. And one more interesting topic, now you can test cats and dogs. So it is very convenient to put their paw on this device, and they can see, and we can see the energy of cats and dogs. So again, the results are very interesting. So it will be available by autumn time. Now we paid for molding form for the device, and molding form takes about 2 months. So if we paid now, so July, August, it will be molding form. Then, of course, at least 1 month for production. We decided first to produce 100 devices, but then they will be available. So if you want to have it, you can send us orders, and then we'll make a list of pre-orders. It will be very convenient for us. And I think that price should be $499, 4,099, $999. You see, practically 5,000, because it's much more complicated, and it takes much more efforts, and much more expensive, of course, in production. Another device that will be next. Okay, this is this one. Come back. I'm sorry. Here it is. Okay, here it is. It is biowell mini. And this is excellent device, really excellent. I've show you later some results how I've been using this device. And it works on mobile phone. And again, it's very good production, and we'll have it ready by autumn time. So the price will be, of course, lower. I don't know yet which one. We haven't decided yet, because you see, we need to take into account your interests as distributors. That is why we need to find the level of price that should be interesting for people to buy, from one hand, not 2,000, of course, much less. but it should give you some interest, and it would pay us for production at least. That's how it is. And of course, it will be much limited in programs. So it will be only the basic programs. But if it is a practitioner who has customers, then practitioner would be able to see all their measurement on his own or her own account. People will see only basic, like energy fields, like chakras, like stress level, some dynamics, but practitioner would be able to see everything and follow up condition of a person. So that's very important. Okay, next, those are new papers. I just want to outline only some important papers because we have many different papers, but just to show you what it's all about. And you can find all those papers on iomap.club. So this was very interesting paper. Still it is in the publishing process. I received it as for review. And this paper done from a group of scientists from Chinese University, Beijing University of China, and a hospital, Laocheng Hospital. So finally, we have China really involved in what we are doing, because we have many customers now in China. We have good distributors in China, but it is the first time when they make real study. And they've studied depression. So they had 120 participants with depression syndrome and 56 healthy controls. So you see it's quite a substantial group for a good comparison. And they made, of course, bioval study for all the groups. And you see, they found, first of all, significant lower energy values, including head, cardiovascular, endocrine, musculoskeletal, digestive, orogenital, nervous, and immune systems in depressive group compared to healthy group. And this result is very important because you know that depression is very now serious topic worldwide. Millions of people, they suffer from depression, millions of people. A lot of people, they don't understand the level, because one level, it is just anxiety. Another level is this clinical depression. Those are two different topics. And in clinical depression, it's needed to real serious medical intervention. While with anxiety, you can do meditation, training, qigong, and of course, with clinical depression, it's obligatory as well, but it would not be decision. So if we can, with bioval, give some clue, some indications, we don't make, very important, let's remember, we don't talk about diagnosis. We can talk about analysis. We make analysis in all our programs, and based on this analysis, we can make some indications or recommendations. But this is very important. So please pay attention to this paper. You can find it, draft of this paper on IOMAP. This, I pay attention to a series of papers published by Ukrainian and Latvian group. They are led by Ganna Nevoit. And you see, those are two papers when they've been studying essentially hypertension and pulmonary disease, and they demonstrated statistically significant difference. And it was quite a lot of people as well, and it was done in a clinical environment. And results was significant, really significant in different organs and systems. So, and what's important, those people, they are doing not only practical work with bioval, but first of all, Anna Nevoit, she wants to develop, I would say, scientific basis for bioval, based on electrophotonic process in the body. She has one paper published on this topic, and you can find it on IOMAP. Now she's preparing another paper, and I hope it will give more detailed description. Of course, it's a lot of questions about this. It's all innovative ideas, but seems to me it may be very, very promising. Next paper, this is modern biophysical view. Okay, so this is what I mentioned by this group of scientific basis of this, and you can find it on IOMAP. Because I don't know, maybe online as well. Next, this interesting paper that we did together with one very high-level osteopath in Russia. And I just explained why I pay attention to these people. So it is analysis of influence of osteopathic procedure on the psychophysiological state of patients. Because it was 25 people of both sexes. And in last 3 years, 10 times they underwent osteopathic procedure from 2022 to 2023. So practice for 3 years, because you understand that osteopathic procedure is not just done once. Doctors, they invite people to go it from time to time, at least every month or every couple of months, or periodically. And this group of people was compared with healthy people, and you see very big difference. So with red bars, those are healthy people, and green bars, those are people who did osteopathy. And you understand that this is 2022-23. So it's what time is it? COVID. It was COVID time. And of course, it has strong effect on people, because we understand COVID was really very, very serious virus. It was not just something. And again, with energy. In this particular slide, it's vice versa. Red, it is people with osteopathy. Green, those are people controlled. It was just different colors. And again, so it means if people have osteopathy procedure on a regular basis, then it really influences their psychophysiological state, their energy, and all parameters of their functioning. Next, so it is again, yes. It's interesting paper. I present this paper because of one more topic. You see, you know that our partner with BioWell, it is Gaia company. And from the very beginning, from 2014, we are developing together. Oh, by the way, this year we had 10 years of developing of BioWell. That's another interesting topic. So I forgot to mention it. So for 10 years, we are developing BioWell now, and we have really good success with this. So, and our partner start developing a new line, because, you know, he has Gaia.com company, but he started developing new line with supplements enhanced by plasma. And they believe that in plasma, we have special particles, and we have a lot of physical data on this topic. Particles, they can really come into the substance and enhance its activity. And in our medical university, we did a big study on these supplements. And it was open, randomized, placebo-controlled trial for 90 days. I pay attention because this is the highest type of research. When we have a group of people, we divide, so it was 80 people. We take their measurements before initially, and we always take measurements with BioWell, with HRV. In this case, it was questionnaire as well. Then we divide those groups to two, but very important, it should be random division. So it means that when we divide, we check whether they are same on parameters, no statistical difference in parameters between groups, or they're different. Because if they are different, it's not randomized division. So in research, because I know I received some research data, and I have received papers for review, and I always look whether it was randomized division or not. And in many cases, people didn't pay attention to this. And then all their results doesn't make sense. And in this case, it was all done very carefully. And we found that after 30, 60, and 90 days of using this amino acid composition, people really enhanced their mental abilities. It may be strange, but it is really so. And they increase their memory, first of all, that's important. Speed of cognition. They increased their activity. And this is really very good results and very highly supported. And I presented here because soon our partner wants to present this to the world, these supplements, and not only this one, and other types of supplements as well. And as we are partner, we'll be involved in distribution of these products. So all our distributors would be able to have access to these products. Of course, we need, first of all, to make certification in Europe, but they are preparing all the papers. We know how to do this in the European community. And it takes time, of course. I don't know when it will be done, maybe by the end of the year, but finally it will be done. It will be presented at our website, biwell.com, and you will be able to take part in this. And it's really amazing stuff. I'm using this myself. And my memory is much better now, much better. Now I can lecture and even in Spanish, and it's really works very well. Okay, and this is same. It's another as a paper of the same group, and you know that this group was led by Dr. Raul Valverde from Concordia University, who is now a very good partner of me, and he works with us on different projects. And it was found that people who've been using these supplements after COVID-19, they have much better results than people who didn't use it and who had COVID. So it means it's one of the way how people can overcome results of COVID effect. Now, this another paper that I pay attention to, because this is application of machine learning methods for the detection of pathology through artificial intelligence. And now we are developing this line. Later on, you will see a lecture of our colleague from India who will talk about this, but we are doing this in Russia as well. And this is a group of scientists from one of our universities. And they had big group of people, patients. All the people had analysis in classical way. And you see it's different: gallbladder, liver, pancreas, kidney, thyroid gland. And then they use artificial intelligence to define those parameters by biwell. And they found very good correlation. So it means that using artificial intelligence, now we can really create systems of analysis. Of course, for this, we need to have big databases. That's important. But we have 10 fingers. Yes. So every person is 10 images. If we have 100 people, it is 1,000 images. It's more than enough for artificial intelligence. Even for 50 people, it is 500. So again, it's quite a lot. So if you have several hundred images, then it's enough for artificial intelligence. And we're developing this line. So you see, it's very important to me because we are in this trend worldwide and we need to follow this trend. Okay, next topic, books. I just published a new book, The Principle of Bible Analysis. This is a really very important book, and you can find it now on lulu.com. Maybe soon I will put it on Amazon.com as well. And now it's in the process. And this book is much cheaper than previous book. This on lulu.com, you can buy it for 20 euro. Maybe it will be even cheaper. But this is our next important book, because you see it has 4 parts. Understanding the principles, Bible 3, new stage of technology development. This is description, very detailed description of different instrumentations, not only Bible, but Sputnik, different accessories altogether. Next, it is Bible accessories. And the 4th part is interpreting Bible data. So in previous book, The Energy of Health, it was some descriptions with pictures. Here we came another way. We just give descriptions, but all the data you can find on Medic. You know, this open account. That's why it was possible to make much more data. And we did this book together with Elena Yanovskaya. She's a psychologist. She has tremendous experience with Bible because she came to me when she was a young girl in the 90s. And from that time, she worked in KTI, Kirillion Technology International, our first company. And she worked with Bible. Then she graduated university, became psychologist. Now she uses Bible in psychologist practice, and she works a lot. And she has tremendous understanding of psychological features. So in this book, a lot of data based on her own vision of psychology. So I think that all the people who buy Bible, now they need to have this book. Now it is in the process of translating to Spanish and French, German as well. So I hope that in a couple of months we have all these translations ready, and then we'll be able to put this on Lulu or on Amazon. We'll see. So it will be available at least in main languages, and I hope that Neta will make this translation to Portuguese as well, because he's very efficient in this. Okay, so that's why, again, I pay attention to this book, not because it's my book. No. I will show you next my book. That's another topic. But because this is very important for Bible. And this book, The Principle and Practice of the Integrative Quantum Medicine, this book I did because for me it was interesting to understand what does it mean integrative quantum medicine, what the principle, what the instruments. And here you see it's 5 parts. And in every part, I give descriptions of different methods, different principles. And that's why it's a very detailed overview of what we have now in integrative quantum medicine. Plus, it was some chapters added by Dmitry Mokhov. It is professor, the head of the osteopathy society in Russia. And in Russia now, osteopathy is part of medical curriculum. So students study this in the university. And then it is homeopathy. Again, it is presented by top-level homeopaths in Russia. Acupuncture and integrative medicine. This is Professor Partserniak, who has tremendous experience in using both classical medicine and Oriental medicine. He is the head of very big hospital in Russia, in St. Petersburg, and he combined this, and he is moving forward on this line tremendously. And heredotherapy. I don't know whether you know about this. It's using leeches. We like it in Russia. We love it, and I'm using it as well in our family because this is very, very important. Then application of electromagnetic fields, magnetic fields, light, sound, music for healthcare. Very detailed description of different instrumentations. Oops, sorry. Then home self-care versus healthcare, and the main conditions of good health. So you see, it's a lot of materials. And one more book which I published on Amazon.com. This is interesting book, funny book, because I decided to give my ideas of my meetings with very interesting people. It was in Soviet Union, top level psyche people in Soviet Union, top level. Then it was in Germany, Victor Filippi. Then in the United States, you know, and then in Greece, Christos Drosinakis. And it's not only description of my meetings with all these extraordinary people, but it is measurements. So in this book, big part of the book, description of measurements, which I done with every one of this person. So that's maybe interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, please turn off your mics because yes, we have sound. Okay, so that's that's all affordable. Articles papers you can find on IOMAP. Books you can find on Amazon or Lulu.com. And now, by the end, I want to tell you some funny topics about the energy of pyramids. You know that last year I published a paper about different pyramids study. And we did the study in Mexico, first of all, because we had journey for more than 3,000 kilometers from Mexico City to Yucatan. And on the way, we were able to stop and take measurements in different psyche places. It is different civilizations because in Mexico, there are not just only Aztecs. It was the latest. But before it was, of course, Maya civilizations, top level, and the highest maybe civilization in South America, and other civilizations like Olmecs, Toltecs. And we were able to go there along this way by car and to study this. And I had a lot of measurements. And what's important for us, all the measurements with sacred places, I always did first outside, first calibration of the biwell outside, then I take measurements and come inside the sacred place and take measurements, and you see. So blue bars here, those are outside, and red bars, those are inside. And you see, we pay attention that, of course, nearby top level pyramids or sacred places, we have very high energy, much higher than outside. But in some other places, because it's not just one pyramid, it's a whole complex, sometimes we see practically same energy. So it means that when we study environment, we don't need to take measurements in one place. We need to take several places. Of course, the most convenient, this is with Biwell Mini. And now I want to tell a little bit about our Egypt trip, because it was this year. It was in March with a group of people from Gaia company. We, their customers, we had this very interesting trip in Egypt. And you know, Egypt is top level, about pyramids, it's Sphinx, but we were able to take measurement in nearby Sphinx because we came there by 7 o'clock in the morning. It was nobody, and I was able to take measurements. But nearby Great Pyramids, Giza Plateau, it was absolutely impossible. Impossible. Because in Egypt, they totally forbid to make any measurements, any type of measurements. And every time when you go to some sacred place, you need to pass security. And every time I was stopped and asked, what is it? Mini device. and my phone is understandable, but mini device and Sputnik. And finally, I came to idea. I told, oh, this is my cardiometer. I need to measure my heart on a regular basis. Oh, no, it's impossible. No, you see, do you want me to die nearby pyramid? If you want, of course, please take it. No, please go, we'll go. You see how it was. But at Giza Plateau, we were followed all the time by local guards, and it was absolutely impossible to make measurements. But later on, we took this big boat, and by boat, we came from Luxor to Aswan. It took us 5 days, and on the way, we were able to stop by at all different sacred places, and we were able to be there, and they're big places. So it's not just one pyramid or 2 pyramids like in Giza. It's a big place, so it was always possible to find hiding place over there. And of course, it's fantastic, it's beautiful. And with in different places, together with my friend Nima Farshid, and it's our representative in United States, we were able to take measurements. So together, we were finding some corners, we were hiding somewhere, and other people, they were covered us, and we were able to take measurements. And you see, this is the results of measurements. Green bars, those are measurements in the hotel. Red bars, those are measurements nearby Sphinx. And you see it's much higher. And blue and yellow bars, those are measurements at Hathor Temple and Luxor Temple. And you see it's huge difference. Same with, again, in the morning, I did measurements at the boat, because we came out from the boat and we board just inside practically the sacred place. And you see again, green bars, those are at the boat outside, and red bars, those are Horus at Fu Temple. And then 3, it is Ombo Temple, another. And all other measurements, those are also Aswan, in different places in Aswan. You know that Aswan, it's a place of special granite. And most of obelisks and statues in Egypt was done from this granite from Aswan. Now we know that this granite has a lot of quartz inside. But still it is granite. Why should it be different from other granite? It was many cases was much nearer places with other type of granite. But Egyptians, they were bringing granite only from Aswan. And now I can tell you some maybe glimpses that will give us explanation why. It is Saqqara. I don't know whether you know about this place or not. I never heard about this before, never. It is about 40 kilometers from Cairo. So from Aswan, we came back by flight to Cairo. And there we came by car to this Saqqara. There they have the oldest pyramid in the world, so named Djoser Pyramid. And you see this pyramid is here. And this is the first pyramid which was created by in Egypt. You know that altogether in Egypt it's about almost 100 pyramids, different pyramids. Then we have another type of pyramids. So altogether in the Saqqara there are 3 pyramids, and in all those pyramids you can come inside. That's very important. And of course, inside, nobody pay attention what you do. We did measurements. Plus, you see, when you come inside, you see this huge shaft like this, about 40 meters deep. And at the back of this shaft, at the bottom, there are big cube, stone cube. So it's not sarcophagus. It's a stone cube from solid stone, huge, several, maybe tens of tons. Why? Nobody knows. Just Nearby this Djoser pyramid, in the desert, you can find same shaft, like this. And again, only stone cube inside, nothing else. Then, and as I've told, there are not many people because it's not very well known. That's why I was able to take measurements in different places. And I will show you results. But what was impressive, we came to Serapeum. Serapeum, it's underground, and it's this huge tunnel, more than 500 meters long, done in rocks. Can you imagine that people from ancient civilization with their chisels, they can do this tunnel? Very, very unlikely. Even if they have thousands of slaves, I don't imagine how it's possible to do it, this tunnel. But it's not only, they did pyramids as we think so. Then it's not only so. In this Serapeum, you see the plan of this Serapeum, there are big boxes. Again, it's not sarcophags. It's huge granite boxes. All of them, they done from Aswan granite. All of them. All of them, they are huge. So the box itself, it's about 20 tons. The lid, it's about 5 tons. And you see, it's really big, quite big. So again, and there are no hieroglyphs on these boxes. No, nothing is written there. Nothing. And nothing inside. They're empty. Some of them was closed when archaeologists found this because it was found in mid-18th century, before it was totally covered with sand. And archaeologists opened these boxes, but it was empty. So it was clear. No mummies. In other places, there are many graves with mummies, with different type of mummies, even animals, but not here. So what it is? And one more interesting topic. You know that Biwell Mini operates on Bluetooth. That's why I can take measurements in deep caves. I don't need Wi-Fi to take measurements. Offline mode, Bluetooth, and that's it. Here in Serapeum, Bluetooth was totally blocked. It was impossible to take any measurements in Serapeum. Nima did filming, and his mic was on Bluetooth as well. No sound. It was found later. So why? Why these granite blocks totally blocked electromagnetic waves? We don't understand this. We know that in modern technology, of course, we can block electromagnetic waves, but not why here? Why in this cave? So it's a big, big question. And you see all the other measurements that I've done in different places. Again, green, it is bus stop, and all other places nearby different pyramids. And we decided to repeat this measurement next day. So with him, we came next day, and it was same results. It was great energy, very high energy nearby pyramid, and much, much higher than outside. Even we did measurement around so-named red pyramid, one of the pyramids. And you see it was bus stop, it was 2.7, and everywhere it was much more than 3. And the highest was inside, deep, deep inside the pyramid. You've shown this picture when we were coming inside with Nima, you see. And it's really challenging to come inside. And inside was the highest energy. So what does it mean? It means that it was some prehistoric technology. It wasn't technology that was developed by ancient Egyptians. It was some given to them. And we believe that they've been using anti-gravity. Because you see, in one pyramid, it is more than 1 million blocks weighing from 1 ton or 2 tons to 40 tons. 1 million block only in one pyramid. and it's almost 100 pyramids. So only to cut and to transport and to put this together without anti-gravity seems to me it was impossible. And we know that it is possible. In Florida, people can visit so-named Coral Castle. This is very well known. This castle was created from blocks weighing from 1 ton to 5 tons, and it was created by one man without any technology. It was done in mid-30s, 1930s, so it was our time practically. So this person, he came from Lithuania, and there he had some lover. Then he lost his love, and he decided to make some monument in her memory. And he did it all alone at night. Every block he carried from 15, 20 kilometers away. He cut it himself. He put them together without any instrumentations. He didn't even have had a car. And he did everything in totally secret. And when he was asked how he did it, he told, yes, I did it because I developed new principle of physics. But I don't want to give it to humanity. It's too early. Because if I give it to humanity, they will use this principle for war. And I don't want to have it for war. That's why you need to know that it's possible. But maybe someday someone will develop this again. So, you see, that is why when we talk about Egyptian technologies, we believe, and there are now a lot more and more data that was from prehistoric civilization. And some people survived great flood that was destroying these civilizations. Some people survived. They were able to come to Egypt, and they were able to teach them these technologies. But then it was lost because you know that after old first dynasty, in next dynasty they didn't make pyramids anymore. They made beautiful buildings, they made columns. It's quite possible, it's understandable, but never ever they did big pyramids again. Okay, but of course it's a lot of questions, a lot of enigmas, but it's very interesting. And finally, I need to tell you that everything that we are doing, we do only because of our great team. Because we are a little group of developers. We develop some instruments, we develop some ideas, software, but we are very little group. Plus, we do it for people. If people would not use it, it would be for nothing. So I want to thank all of you, everybody, who help us to develop, who help us to move forward, and who help us to think about new stage and new development. And in the middle, you see, it's interesting picture. I like this picture. By the end of last autumn, we had a workshop together with our French and Spanish representative, family border. You know, it's Christian, it's Paul, it's his wife as well. And it was Mitya there and myself. And we combined wonderful time in the mountains, walking in the mountains. And Sylvie, she was always the first one in the forward. And we were able to discuss a lot of topics and discuss a lot of new development. So I hope that this type of workshops I like. So if you decide to make some workshop with skiing, like we did with Lisbeth just recently, always climbing, always coming, then I am very happy to come. It would be very great. Wonderful. Okay, so this was a little bit that I was intended to tell you. And now I want to tell you, now this SIS, Science Information Spirit Congress 2024 is open. You're very welcome, and let's move forward. And thank you for your attention.